Hey, welcome to Cooking with Coach Amy. We are going to be making my husband's favorite supper. It's called sausage and spinach pasta in the Instant Pot. So we are going to be making this recipe mainly in the Instant Pot. So I have my lovely Instant Pot here. Going to get it set up. And the first thing that we're going to be doing is using Dreamfields penne pasta. I prefer the elbow macaroni, but I have not been able to find that locally. So you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'll just dump it into my Instant Pot. I'm going to get some water. And I just fill it until my pasta is covered. I don't know how much it is. I'm sorry. And this is my little recipe. This is, and I will put this in the description. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see in there. I got the pasta in the water, and all I do is I put the lid on it. I make sure it's closed for the venting, and I touch the rice button. And that's 10 minutes. So it will have to come to pressure and then stay at pressure for 10 minutes. While it's doing that, we are going to cut up the sausage. So we're going to do that. I'm going to get a pan. Ooh, good gracious. Let's see. Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call right before I decided to start recording, and it got me a little off track. So I'm going to first slice it and then half each slice, because the way that we like to eat it is, get a good bite of sausage with your pasta. This is a great recipe for new THMers, for like a comfort food type thing. These are no special ingredients. Of course, you don't have to do it in the Instant Pot. You could do the entire thing in the Instant Pot. I think it would take a while for the sausage to be cooked, because you would be using the saute button. So it is doable. This would be something fun to do. We like to camp, and I have made this camping. I've made it outside, where I browned the sausage in the Instant Pot using the saute button. And then once that was done, I began the other steps. It did take a little while longer, but it wasn't that big a deal for us. I think I'm going to actually quarter each slice just for bite size pieces of sausage for everybody. And it'll cook a lot faster too. So we're just going to do that. And at this point, I kind of wish that I had like a real cooking show so that y'all could fast forward through all this. But we're still amateurs, right? Okay, so using your Instant Pot in your kitchen is a great tool to have for anybody. You don't have to be a busy mama. You don't have to be feeding a lot of people. And a little tip that I have for you guys is to just get on Google or Safari or whatever search engine you use and look up THM Instant Pot recipes. And just see what you find. You could find breakfast recipes, snack ideas. There are, of course, many dinners, all kinds of stuff. You could do THM Instant Pot chicken, THM Instant Pot roast, THM Instant Pot chicken and rice. If you have the Trim Healthy Table Cookbook, when you look under the crock pot recipes, all of them have listed under the instructions a spot for an electric pressure cooker, which is an Instant Pot. So that is a great resource that you have. If you say, I haven't had an Instant Pot in my cabinet for 3 years and I've never opened it, well, there's no reason why you shouldn't. I know a lot of people get nervous with it. This is my second one. My first one that I have stays in my camper, so I don't have to run them back and forth. They also can slow cook. There's a button for slow cooking. There's a button for sauteing. And so it's really versatile. There's people that do things in like pint size mason jars and make things like that. All right, I've got this pan pretty full with the quartered sausage. So I'm going to go ahead and start it going. I'm going to get my splatter screen out. Oh, that was a miracle. It was right there and I didn't make a lot of noise. So I'm just going to cover that up like that. You'll see in the background I have some extra ingredients here. So I have my bag of spinach. I have finely shredded Italian style cheese. I have a little butter, heavy whipping cream, and some seasonings. And I never use the same thing, but I just got out the ones that look good to me. So the Instant Pot still has not come to pressure, but I'm sure it will be getting there soon. You know, they say that things are instant. However, it's not, seconds, of course. You still have to wait a little bit. But I really enjoy using my Instant Pot for things like pasta and rice because I don't have to babysit it. I can just pour it in there and let it go. And that's one of the really selling points that I had. My Instant Pot has a rice button, a multigrain button, porridge button, which you could use for oatmeal, steam. So you could use this little rack. It goes in the bottom, and you could put your vegetables there and put the water in and steam your vegetables for your e-meals, especially S-meals too. Then you could also, let's go through all the buttons. Then there's a slow cook button on mine, and they're all different. So I think I got this one last year, so there's no telling what else there is now. There's also saute. There's an egg button. A lot of people do their hard-boiled eggs in their Instant Pot. And just Google that, guys. Just look it up. Just say hard-boiled eggs Instant Pot. It'll come up, I promise. Then we have a cake button. I have never used the cake button. There's a meat and stew button, and I use that. There's a great rich and tender stew in the cookbook, and I've done it in the Instant Pot. Okay, and then there's a soup and broth button. All right, so I've got the rest of that quartered, and it will be waiting for that. I'm going to give this a little stir. Okay, some other things that I do with my Instant Pot. I like to do my sweet potatoes in the Instant Pot, and I use them for leftovers throughout the week if we don't use them all up. So I put this rack down in the bottom of the pot. I wash and stab my sweet potatoes. I use a fork just to, I don't know why, that's what my mama did, so that's what I do. But it seems like they always cook better that way. I put however many I want in the pot on top of the rack. I pour either about maybe a half a cup to a whole cup of water or broth into the bottom of it, and then I sprinkle some salt, and then I close the lid, and I do manual for 18 minutes, and that usually gets them where I want them to be. If I have less, that's usually a whole bag of sweet potatoes, I guess it's a 3-pound bag of sweet potatoes. If you're doing less, you definitely want to reduce that time. Y'all, do y'all like my cup? I know it's backwards, but it says cotton-headed Ninny Muggins. Isn't that cute? While I'm filming this, of course, it's Christmas time. And my best friend knows that Elf is my favorite movie, and that was part of my Christmas present. Okay, so along with my sweet potatoes, I do like to also put my chicken in there. A lot of people do whole chickens in their Instant Pots. That's a great way to do chicken. You can do your chicken breast in there. And that is just an easy way, like I said. With your Instant Pot, the beauty of it is you don't have to babysit what you're cooking. Which in my world, with all of my children and all the things that I have going through my head, it's wonderful just to be able to do that. Get that in the Instant Pot and go. I have made yogurt in the Instant Pot. I did that a few years ago, and it was really good. I just have never done it again because I'm a drive-through Sue, and I just go by it. So that's just kind of where I am with that. All right, I'll give this a little stir again. I am using pork sausage. You can use whatever meat you like. This recipe has pasta, and it has Italian cheese and spinach, and you can add anything. You can add mushrooms to it. You could add fire roasted tomatoes. You could add sun-dried tomatoes. Whatever, just make it yours. But we love the taste of the sausage with that Italian cheese and the spinach, and it's just such a creamy, yummy flavor. And so that's how we do it. If you'll excuse me just a minute, I'm going to get a plate to put the sausage on. Okay, so I'm getting this ready for when my sausage is done, and it can drain the fat off of there. The sisters don't eat pork, but for religious reasons. So, you know, chicken would be a great thing. A drive-through Sue tip would be to have maybe the, rotisserie chicken at the grocery store. Already done. You'll just have to pick it off the bone. So that is just a little easy way. Or you could also do your boneless, skinless chicken in the Instant Pot, or you could bake it or boil it or whatever it is you want to do to get it cooked. So there's a lot of options on all the recipes, not just this one, of course. So I just really love the versatility of that. All right, we're going to check on this. It is ready to go. All right, now we're going to add in the rest of it. Make sure that it is flat all the way across, evenly distributed rather. And cover that up. I'm going to go ahead and open up all of my other things so that it's ready. Normally I would have gotten baby spinach, but they didn't have that. So I have fresh spinach here, and it'll be just as good. This is the last thing that we put in because we put it on top and it wilts down, and it's so good. I use Horizon Organic Heavy Cream, and y'all, I think that I measured it out for y'all in the recipe, but I always just eyeball it. And then we have, I just have the Great Value Italian style cheese here. And then we're going to do a little butter. Whoop, yay, it has come to pressure. So now we have 10 minutes to wait for that to get done. Okay, so some other things that you can do in the Instant Pot. I mean, the things, they're just really endless. And I've done a really yummy chicken and rice recipe. I just really enjoyed that. It was super duper good. And The beauty of using the Instant Pot, like I said, it has so many different features, and it kind of is foolproof if you just follow the directions. So I really encourage you to try that out if you have one. If you don't have one, I would maybe try even borrowing one before you decide to buy one. They are kind of pricey, but I really think they're worth it. Like I said, I have 2 of them, so it's just been a good buy for us. Okay, so what we are going to do next is we're going to work on getting our measurements ready for our cream sauce that we're going to make. Usually do about 1/2 cup of heavy cream, which kind of sounds like a lot. This is a deep S because of the sausage and the cream, so we're going to have that already measured out. We're going to use most of this cheese. Wish I had my, let's see. We'll do this. This is pretty. I thought I had a whole cup of it. We'll do this. Y'all, I just love my pretty Christmas rolls. They're just so beautiful. So we're going to do 1.5 cups of our cheese here. And this is an Italian blend, and it just has, we'll see what it has it. Provolone, well, part skim mozzarella, provolone, Parmesan, Romano, Fontina, and Asiago cheese. So you get a lot of good flavors in it for sure. All right. All right, so we've got our cream and our cheese, they're ready. And then, let's see where my little knife went, guys. I do about 2 tablespoons of butter that I melt. I'm going to dice it up though. Let me find a small cutting board. I'm going to dice it up so that it'll melt easier and quickly. We're down to 7 minutes. Let's stop right there, and we're going to stir up the sausage. That's getting very close to being done. So I'm just cutting this up here. I was at a dress rehearsal for my daughter's Nutcracker performance, which is tonight, and I had several ladies that they're sweet friends of mine, that said how much they've been enjoying my videos. Y'all, it just cracks me up that people are actually watching these. I just love it. And so, y'all, my sweet group, I'm loving that y'all have been encouraging me too. And it's just, I don't know, it's just wild that people are watching me cook something that I do all the time. Okay, I really wanted to do that cookie recipe later, so I need a little treat. You know what I'm saying? It's been a rough little day today getting things together. So maybe we'll do that too. That cookie. Okay, I think that this is ready, so I'm gonna make some room. The sausage is gonna be so crispy in this pasta. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so delicious. Yep, that's ready. So I'm going to turn that all the way down. Okay, that's ready. Because I do not want anyone bumping that. Whew, that would be very painful, wouldn't it, guys? So with this meal, it has tons of spinach in it. I sometimes put mushrooms in it, but I don't know that I have any. Do I have any mushrooms? I think I do in my refrigerator. Hang on a second. Oh my good gracious, I do. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to chop up some mushrooms. Oh my soul. I've got to wash these. Some little white mushrooms. So I put mushrooms in my ground meat. I do, if it calls for 2 pounds of ground meat, and whatever I do, I'll do 1 pound of ground meat and 1 pound of mushrooms. And that is Pearl's mushroom hack. And I just really, really, really love doing that. A, it helps my deer meat go further. And B, mushrooms are an excellent form of vitamin D, which I find very important in your immune health. So I'm just going to chop up some of these. All my kids and my husband love mushrooms, so this is just going to be a good little treat for them. I think I did mushrooms last time that I made this, and they were all super excited. My little boy, well, see, Knox probably ain't going to be that much of a fan, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of people willing to take him off his bowl. My son Camp, he loves olives also, which cracks me up. He just kind of got in whenever I started doing Trim Healthy Mama. It was when he was starting to eat, and I was doing those deluxe pizzas a lot. And he would always sneak an olive, and I think that's when he started liking them. They were just kind of something easy that he could pick up. You know, they weren't too spicy or anything. So I'm probably not going to do this whole container. I don't know, I might. I really don't have any plans for these. There's no telling why I got them. I just see stuff sometimes at the grocery store and say, oh, those look good. Let's try that. And I hate throwing food away. So this worked out for sure. I was going to go over some staples of my grocery shopping. So I always get unsweetened almond milk. We use that up every week. We get vanilla and original unsweetened. I always buy butter. I always buy produce, like at least 1 bag salad that I can mix up, like a Caesar or that avocado. It's like Southwest avocado or something. It is so good. Those are just really easy for me to mix up and have for quick lunches, and I can add some ham or turkey or any leftover meat that I might have from another meal, chicken or whatever. I'm really not picky, so it's not really hard to make me happy with that kind of thing for lunches. And then I always get, bananas for the children, and I try to get some nuts to have on hand and that kind of thing. So that's just a couple of things that I like to always get. I always buy frozen bagged vegetables. Every week I at least get 1 bag of frozen broccoli, frozen cauliflower, and frozen green beans. And that way I just always have them on hand, because some weeks I might forget to pick them up or we've run out, and I always have them to have for a last minute meal or something. I like to always have Dreamfields pasta on hand. I always like to have a jar of pasta sauce on hand. My boys really like grilled cheeses, and so we always have sliced cheese. Tuna and Wassa crackers and Laughing Cow cheese. That's another one that I like to have, and you can do a lot with all of that, different snack-wise. We always get a bag of apples and oranges. I'm just kind of going up and down the aisles in my head. It's ready. Okay, so I'm going to finish cutting up this mushroom. Alright guys, so after this it kind of goes kind of quick. So I'm going to actually move this over here. because it's going to vent. I like to put a towel over it to kind of take in some of the moisture. It starts getting a little bubbly, especially with the water with the pasta, and I don't like that going everywhere. A lot of times I do this over on my bar. It's more of a wide open space. This is right under my top cabinet, which I know y'all have a little spot right there. I'm sorry, but this is the best way to get a good shot of everything that I was doing. All right, that's still venting. I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna go ahead and open up all my spices that I might want to use. But everything else we have is ready, guys. Yeah, the towel trick is really good. I learned that, I don't even know from who, but that is very hot, so be careful. It's almost done. And you'll hear the little thing click down. Okay, there it went. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back this way. Open it up. I'm going to use this handle. I'm going to use this towel on the handle rather. Good deal. All right. Now what I do, it's got a lot of water in it, guys. So I gotta find my little colander. Okay. I got these little doodads. These are Pampered Chef. They're like, we call them little crab claws, but they're perfect for picking up the Instant Pot. And I'm just going to come right here and drain my pasta. And I'm going to put it back quick. If there's a little bit of water in it, it's not a big deal. Okay? Then I go ahead and do my butter. Alright, and I use this little handy thing. Let me pull this out. And I use this to hold it still while I stir the butter to get it melted. Okay, I'm trying to get this to where maybe y'all, I guess you really can't see inside of it. I'm sorry. I thought that being at that high, you might be able to, but it's okay. We're learning. Okay. Alright. And now we're going to add the mushrooms. And this will help kind of steam them up. Does it smell good? It's a lot of smoke. It's just steam. Kent was telling me it looks smoky in here. Alright, so I'm going to let you guys see. We've got, oh, that works well. So we have the pasta, the butter, and the mushrooms. All right, now we're going to add in our heavy cream.
Yes.
I know, we're going to leave all of Mommy's things alone. And we're going to add in our cheese.
Cheese, give me that cheese.
And I just do it in 2 parts, just so that I can make sure.
Give me that cheese.
I need you to walk away, please. Getting nice and cheesy. Okay. That look good. All right, and then we're going to add in our sausage. I dropped a piece. All right, now it's still on. It's still on, and it is on kind of like a warming phase. And I just fill it to the top with spinach. Let me find my lid. And make sure it's all tucked in. And I'll turn the lid down for a little bit. I don't push any buttons. I just kind of let it sit there for just a little bit and let that steam. And in just a minute, it won't be all the way steamed. Oh, there's my tongs. And then we'll toss it in with the pasta. And the longer that we toss, the more it'll wilt down. Okay? And then we'll add the rest of the cheese and our spices. Uh-oh. So just for a couple more minutes, we'll let that sit in there. Okay. This is basil. I know that that's in my Italian seasoning, so I'm not going to worry about that. All right. I'm a little doodad here. Just kind of incorporate that in with the pasta. I'm going to turn it off and put it on saute. You will have spinach going everywhere, but just pick it up and throw it back in. Not a big deal. So the saute is going to be heating it from the bottom, the heating element, and it's going to help our spinach wilt down. Now, if you want to do this whenever on the stovetop while you're waiting and just add in sauteed spinach, go for it. That's fine. I think that this needs a little more water. So I'm going to run some hot water in my cup. Sometimes you need more water and sometimes you don't. So we're going to do a half a cup to start with, just to add a little liquid. Not a lot. I did not use all of that. Okay, guys? You don't want it to be soupy. All right, it's starting to get hot at the bottom. I can hear it bubbling. And this helps incorporate everything together while you're helping your spinach cook. While you have the saute button on, you definitely want to keep the food moving because you don't want it to scorch on the bottom. The saute button gets things very hot. All right, as you can see, it's already going down a good bit. So we're just going to keep working with it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the cheese. We're going to do a little sprinkle of the Italian seasoning. Okay. I have a little garlic powder. I have a little minced onion. And a little parsley just for some color. Okay. Now we're just going to do some more mixing. Get that cheese nice and melty. And this is almost ready to go in a bowl, guys. Like I said, some people might like the spinach to be cooked more, and that's fine. We love the beautiful green. I don't like it being the cooked out of its mind there. All right. I'm just going to get me a little bit out. I'm about to have to take my girls to their nutcracker performance, so I'm going to go ahead and eat me some. We'll have a long night ahead. Alright, that is where I want it to be. I'm going to turn it off. Oop, it's spinning. I have to hold on to that, don't I? I just don't want it to stick. Good job, everybody. We did it. I hope that you will make this soon for your family. It is one of our favorites. Alright, look at there. Isn't that great? Yummy. And this is what it looks like in the pot. Turn that off. There we go. Spinach and sausage pasta. We added a little mushrooms in there at the last minute because, you know, why not? All right, and I think that's ready to go. All right, guys, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Thanks.